watching the replay, this is going to be a collective reading today, so stick around, see what resonates, and do all the things like share, subscribe, follow, whatever platform you're on, wherever those buttons are. We'll just give a few minutes for people to file in, so if you are watching the replay, feel free to fast forward a little bit until I actually start pulling the cards. So, missed last week due to health reasons, but we're back today. And you may hear a little bit of additional background noise, more than usual. Gonna have to deal with it. It's a hot day. I have to keep the door open for some airflow, because heat really makes me, react physically. So we'll give just a couple minutes for people to jump in. I see a couple of you in here, probably Holly. Yep, I see Holly. Hello, Holly. How are you? It's going good. Still, I'm adjusting to that medication that the doctor prescribed to me. It makes me drowsy. So, and I have to take the Zyrtec twice a day, so morning and night, and so I'm kind of dragging ass while my body's trying to adjust to that. And then the other thing for the daily pain and all that, I've been taking it like earlier in the day. I didn't do it today because I'm going to switch it to evenings because it makes me so drowsy and makes me drag ass like throughout the day. So I'm still trying to get used to it. Thank you, Holly, on Facebook and YouTube. Love you. All right. Well, we'll give a couple more minutes for folks to file in, and then we'll begin as usual. Anywho, brain's foggy. We'll see how well I can get through this, huh? Oh, man. I couldn't get my eyebrows or my eyeliner right today, so I might be crooked. Oh, well. I'm just going to deal with it. I'm going to call it a win because I got the makeup on today. Well, it might just be you and me for a little bit, Holly. Doesn't look like anyone's jumping in yet. Oh, there we go. We got 3 more all of a sudden. Okay. I don't know if it's my numbers are off or if everyone's just now starting to get notifications. But here we are. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Holly. I don't know if I'm reconnected again. I had to turn the Wi-Fi off on my phone. I thought it was going to be okay, because I had the internet guy come the other day and I got a new modem and he fixed it, I guess. So I thought it would be fine, but I guess not. I don't know. Let me know if I'm still frozen or glitchy. Hey, Jay. How you doing? Okay. Because my phone still says reconnecting, so I don't know. Gotta love technology. I'm good now? Okay. Because my phone still says, oops, connection lost, reconnecting. So, all right. Good. And we got a few more in here. So we'll just go ahead and get started. I don't know if that message is going to get off my phone or what. Okay. All right, guys. How's everybody doing today? Let's see, we've got a few more. Don't see any comments yet. It's all good. You're good? Awesome, Jay. Awesome. Okay, so excuse the brain fog, you guys. I might miss a few more words than normal. because of the new medications that I'm on. So, hi, Erica. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. This is a collective reading, so just stick around, see what resonates, and hopefully you enjoy. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we'll start with the tarot. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, there you are, Matt. Hello, Matt's over on YouTube, guys. Let me highlight that comment because I love it. Matt's joining us. It's been a long time. He's not on Facebook anymore, y'all. So nice to have you with us, Matt. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune, bottom of the deck. It is in the upright. Things are slowly turning, moving forward. It's, you guys, I don't even have to tell you. You guys know how crazy the energy has been. We have been having crazy solar flares, you know, the earthquakes and the volcanic eruptions and everything that's happening. Gaia is shifting, right? We know this. We've talked about this. So along with that, it's going to infect. Okay, I meant impact, but I started to say infect. It may infect certain people. Like we've talked about for the last couple of years, that mental and emotional imbalances are going to start surfacing, and you're really seeing a lot of that with everything that is going on this earth plane at this time. There are people that are reacting in a way that is, you know, supportive of human rights, right? That is supportive of our fellow humans. But then we have, on the other end of things, we have people that are becoming more divisive, that are, you know, attacking other people for their beliefs, for their ways of life, for their skin color. You know, it's like we should be past this by now, but we're not. So we're seeing all of that that's been in the shadows that's really surfacing. It's really coming to the forefront right now so that it can be addressed. Okay, because we are our own blockage. And this could also pertain to you in your own personal life. Things finally beginning to move forward, or if you're not quite seeing that just yet. Sorry, my kids are playing games and they're being loud in the background. I asked them to be quiet while I'm on the live, but you know, they're kids. So you could be hindering yourself, and we'll talk about that here in just a minute with the next few cards. But there are things that are surfacing right now that are showing us where our blockages are, both as an individual in our own experience as well as on the collective scale. You know, it may be more apparent to you right now on the collective scale than it is in your own personal life. There could be, you know, blockages that you weren't quite aware of, or that maybe you were aware of, but you just didn't know how to overcome those things. Hello, Anna. I'm not seeing your comments, love, but geez, I wonder why it does that. Anywho, love you guys. So because you may not be aware of how to overcome these blockages or overcome these challenges, there you are, Anna, I see you. You're going to be shown, right there. And this isn't always in the nicest of ways, especially when we're confronting the shadows, especially when we're dealing with things that have gone wrong or just haven't gone right in the past. Okay, so these things are going to be exacerbated more so that we can see the full perspective. And we do have a perspective card. We'll get to that towards, you know, middle to the end of the reading. But in order to see things for ourselves, sometimes it has to get so big that we can't not see it, right? So this is not going to be fun. It's not going to be comfy and cozy. We are headed into eclipse season, and things are going to be eclipsed out of our lives. Things are going to be revealed in a big way because eclipses are big energy. So with that and everything else we have astrologically going on, we have Saturn trine Sun coming up, I think tomorrow or in the next couple of days. I'm not quite sure at this moment because brain. So yes, we are headed into new beginnings. We have the They Want a New Beginning card. Also behind that, you are your own blockage. So this could be with regard to your relationships. You could be, whether you're aware of it or not, you could be blocking yourself from having successful, healthy connections with others in your life. But this could also pertain to your job, your work, right? This could pertain to really anything in your life where you need a fresh start. You need, to wipe that slate clean and start over, have that new beginning, or just get that energy going where it's been stuck before, where you've been blocked. Okay. We have the King of Wands right behind that Wheel of Fortune card, which is a really good energy. It's fire energy because it's Wands energy. It's that King, so it's that masculine, take charge energy, not the toxic masculine because it is in the upright. Okay, so this is weighing your options, looking at that bigger picture from that higher perspective and seizing opportunities or acting on those ideas that are going to advance you some way in your own life. And also for collective purposes, this is, we have so many people that are in a position where they see a deficit, they see something that isn't working, right? Or that is, rights being trampled on, women's rights being taken away, um, you know, marginalized people's rights being taken away. The whole war against the trans community is, really coming up in my mind for whatever reason. So if you're deeply connected to the trans community or you are a part of it yourself, there is change coming, but you'll see that there are people standing up. There are people, coming together, forming community, saying this is not going to continue to happen. And not just with the trans community, this is everyone, but I don't know why that just keeps coming up. So whoever you are, if that hits for you, then just know that, there's a change happening and you may be called to stand in front of the trans community in some way, or any marginalized communities. With regard to what's happening in the country that I currently live in with ICE, there you see so many people standing up. You see flock cameras being taken out of all of these large cities across the U.S. and probably abroad. But I'm here, so I'm kind of giving you what I know, what I'm connected to. There are people standing up saying, no, we're not going to become a surveillance state, or we're no longer accepting this surveillance state. You see all of the atrocities that police officers are inflicting on the communities that they're meant to serve and protect, right? Please do not forget that police started off as slave catchers. Okay, that's how they started off in this country, in the US. So we're getting down to, the shadows, the foundations of things like the police that were started for nefarious reasons, so that we can reform them, or tear down these institutions and build for what works for the collective rather than what works for those select few bloodlines. Okay, it is going to come up in ugly ways because that's just how the energy is right now. Check out Blade Runners UK. Okay, I've not heard of that, so if I can remember that, send it to me on that, whatever that app is called, Matt. If you can send me that to look up, I definitely will look into that. Oh, Nicole, I see you. Hello, Nicole. Okay, so mental health, and your mental health could be really coming into focus right now as well with everything that's going on collectively. Of course, you're going to also be affected personally, and especially if you are experiencing blockages and kind of getting in your own way, and you need to start fresh, or you need to get things moving, or choose a new path, because that card is out here too. So we have the choose a new path card. It's funny, they're calling the people who destroy the flock cameras criminals, but in all truth, the flock cameras are criminal. Yeah, because they're meant to surveil the citizens, but those who are in positions of power do not want their every move to be dialogued or sorry guys, recorded, followed. They don't want to be surveilled. Mental health, girl, yes, we're getting into the nitty gritty, and it's as a collective, and it's gonna be mirroring into our individual experiences as well. um, we've got so much going on right now energetically, and I know I'm feeling impacted. I'm experiencing a lot more like flare-ups with my health. I've been to the doctor recently. I kind of haven't told everyone about what's going on, but like last week, I wasn't able to do the live because I couldn't even sit up without being dizzy, without feeling like I was going to pass out. And I've experienced this my entire life. I can't stand for long periods of time without passing out or without feeling dizzy and like I'm about to pass out. I have to sit down now or I will go out. That also connects to the seizures that I used to have. And I have experienced a little bit of seizure activity lately. It's not full blown seizures, it's been more of the deja reve, which is I dreamt this, it's happening, and like the walls are closing in, and my heart starts to do funny things. And, I start to like go in and out a little bit with like feeling like I'm on the verge of passing out kind of thing. Um, so I am doing okay. Thank you, Nicole. I love you. You've been dealing with that too, girl. Get checked, because I actually did go to the doctor. She's sending me to a specialist for multi-system disease. I have POTS, I have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and I have MCAS. And I've dealt with this my whole life, but after like traumas and pregnancies and things like that, it kind of like really wears you down. And so I've been really experiencing that a lot more heavily for the last several months, but it's gotten worse over the last month or two. So definitely check into that. Or like losing my vision almost and getting faint. Damn good. Yeah. So I did an in-office test just for POTS, and like you lay down for like 5-10 minutes, and then they have you sit up and then stand up. And if your beats per minute go, you're connected to the pulse ox. So if your beats per minute change to 20 or 30 beats per minute higher than when you're in the resting laying down position, that's a huge indicator that you do have POTS. And I passed that test with flying colors, and she's like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and send you to a specialist. Just learned about how the powers that have been inverting themselves. They do it around 8-week embryo stage and change them from male to female and vice versa. Like there are hints to see it, like their skeletal size, their collarbone, and the eyebrow area are very different between the M and the F. May explain why they're so messed up. That makes sense. Thank you, Anna. That makes sense. So yeah, I've just been trying to focus on keeping myself, at that okay stage. And the doctor prescribed me, like for my MCAS flare-ups, she prescribed me Zyrtec, which is an antihistamine, and um, and then something for pain that's also given as an antidepressant for people, but it's because I asked for no opioids, and she's like, this works for that chronic pain. Because my hips, knees, ankles, like my skeletal structure has always, like all day, every day, it hurts. I feel it, but I just kind of live my life with it. So yeah, that's been helping with the pain. I'm not really feeling a lot of pain now, which is nice, and just like tired, and that, brain fog is coming in, but hopefully that'll clear up soon. Partially the reason, part of the reason why I was given also that pain medication was to help clear up the brain fog too. So we'll see how it works. I'm a little bit all over the place today, a little more so than normal. So just bear with me. We'll get through it. But yes, your mental health could be coming to the forefront right now. And, this is being highlighted so that you can take charge, with that King of Wands showing up. It's giving you the courage with that lion, in the back of the card, courageous. It's giving you the strength, the courage to be able to take action to get your mental health in order. Okay. Um, Girl, yes, this human vessel. I've always said it feels like I'm allergic to gravity, and that's actually one of the symptoms of um, of POTS, is feeling like gravity is against you and like you're allergic to gravity. It's just crazy. I'm like, yes, that's exactly it. So yeah, I'll get through it. I always do. I just need a little bit of help for now, medications. Y'all know how I feel about pharma and stuff, but I need something because of how badly my body's been feeling lately. I need something to help, get me back to that normal range at least. So this is what we're doing for now. It's not going to be forever, but definitely because it is needed, I will take all the help that I can get. So um, it's time for us to choose a new path, both individually and collectively. We've been, like I said, we're headed into eclipse season. So there is going to be newness all around. There are going to be things that are being closed out, sometimes very abruptly, especially with eclipse season. You can have very abrupt endings so that, you may be kind of surrounded by chaos as these things are happening, but the clarity will eventually come. So we've talked about trying to be comfortable amidst the chaos, confronting and addressing these shadows head on, these situations that we find ourselves in. Okay, you can do it. Your insecurities are hindering you. So don't allow that. Okay, don't allow these insecurities to hinder you. Keep going for what it is that you want, need, and desire. Okay. Push through it. And I'm not saying just like keep going and don't sit and take a break and reassess. That's not at all what I'm saying. You need to take this time to take that break, sit back, look at the bigger picture, look at from the higher perspective, see where you are blocking yourself, where you are hindering yourself, and work on that. That's that King of Wands energy. Is I'm gonna see it. Okay, it's gonna be shown to you, so you see it, and you take a little break, you assess, you figure out your next move, and then you take that action. My shadow is now my best bud, and I had a beautiful breakthrough the other day. Ancient knowledge and spiritual wisdom was revealed to me. Now homies for life. I love it, Matt. That's awesome. And that's what it's all about. It's embracing your shadows, right? Because our shadows are a part of us. They're not going anywhere. Have you ever tried to run from your shadow? It follows you, okay? So it's time to really acquaint yourself with them and find out how to work with them, how they work with you, because it's always happening for you, for us. These things are happening for us, not to us, so that we can understand how we can work together and how we can overcome certain things that are hindering us, right? Our shadows definitely do hinder us until we're able to say, oh, okay, I'm familiar with this, I know where it comes from. This shadow aspect of me may hinder me in certain areas of my life, but it's been there for me when I had nothing else to give. It's caused me to dig myself up out of that hole, or it's caused me to get back up and keep fighting. Like I always use the example of me. I was fighty from early on. Okay, I've calmed. I've been able to calm myself, but I was really fighty. I was dynamite. Okay, dynamite comes in small packages. Us small people really have it. Okay, so instead of being ashamed of that, I use that, because if I'm backed into a corner, that fight or flight, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn reflex gets activated, and I'm fighting my way up out of that corner. I will fight for those who are vulnerable, those who can't fight for themselves. And I think that's a really amazing quality within myself and within others. It's not using it to be combative and to, step all over people and abuse other people. That's what it is in its shadow form, right? Or what it can turn into in its shadow form. But whenever you take that and you apply it to different aspects, different areas, and work with it, it can actually be used for the good, for your overall good and the good of others. So it's not something that should be, pushed aside and, stuck in the far recesses of your your beingness. It's something that is very valuable and that you need to call on and use in certain situations. So it's all about taming those shadows, all about coming into balance with them and using them for good. So, don't discount your shadows. Sit with them, get to know them. Just like Matt said, like we're homies now for life. So I love that. Um, the Empress came out, and at first she was upside down, but whenever she landed, she was like sideways in the upright position. So it's, coming out of this powerlessness feeling, this feeling, you may have been lacking in your creative energies recently. You could have had some, some shadows surface. The moon is in that card right above her head there. So, this again can come back to that mental health. This is, things surfacing and it doesn't feel good. I know it can be agony. I understand that. But it's necessary to sit with it, to really understand why there's an imbalance. What is coming up for you? How can I, help myself feel better as I'm navigating all of these shadows, all of this difficulty? Um, so coming up into that upright position, this is, she's pregnant, she's creating something, she's creating new life. And it's like that first card that we had, the Wheel of Fortune. This is new things. This is things moving forward. This is getting things moving in the direction that you want. This is birthing new creations, new worlds. Okay. Um, so with that Empress card, you're on the cusp. You might still be in gestation, but that's okay. You are birthing something amazing. And we have the Two of Wands right next to her, which is a doorway, which is a portal. Two wands or two pillars or two anything like that. That's a portal to step through. This is, she's got the world at her feet. She's got the little Vida bus. That means travel, moving forward. Oh, honey, with my demon cards, you didn't have to come into this live to see the demon cards. You can pray yourself right on and keep on scrolling, baby. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and block you. I'm so sorry your little feelers got hurt. No, I'm not. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to highlight that comment because it's so funny, you guys. Okay. This is the kind of shit I get. Like, really? You don't have to stop and join the live. If it's demon cards and if it's scary, you can just keep on scrolling. Oh, poor baby. Tell me about Astral. A message I need to hear. Okay, this is a collective reading. Ethan, thank you for joining us. It's really funny because one of my kids' middle name is Azrael, and that is an angel of death and transitions, which we are getting ready to get towards those cards. I do have the death card that came out talking about endings of cycles. So if you want to stick around and see if any of this collective message resonates for you, feel free, Ethan. If not, thanks for stopping by. Okay. So we're just gonna keep going. Diddums. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is not that, like, this past week I had people from the internet company, like the secretary lady that runs the office and her boss both yelled at me for absolutely no reason, and I had to de-escalate them. And I'm like, I'm the customer. Like, I've been with you guys for 6+ years. Like, why are you coming at me like this? I'm just asking questions. I'm not raising my voice. I'm not getting angry. I was like, I'm autistic, so I have to ask clarifying questions. And sorry if that upsets you, but let's simmer down now. Like, so it's not even the first time that I've dealt with something like that this week. So that's okay, honey. I'll hold your hand and teach you. Anywho, that portal, that stepping through that doorway into something better, because she has the world at her feet. She has, that little photo of the V-dub bus, that signifies moving forward, just like the Chariot card. This is forward momentum, just like that first card that we saw with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And with that Wheel of Fortune having the King of Wands behind it, that's fire energy, that's powerful. That is really, forward movement happening at a rapid rate. So it's passion, it's stepping into your personal power and becoming so emboldened that you burn down all of the blockages that you had in your way. You stepping into your passion and in your power, this means that your insecurities are no longer hindering you. So, don't let the haters that come in and try to rain on your parade like we had with Abe just a few minutes ago in my demon cards. Just, laugh at them because they're so cute and so funny. Because it's just that shadow, that fear, that ugliness that is surfacing, and shine your fucking light on it, because what are they going to really do? Like, oh, look at you, little guy. um Laughter transmutes energy, and you're not going to bring that shit in here and make me feel like I'm a terrible person whenever you're the one stepping into a space where you don't belong, and you're trying to broadcast and project your own fears and insecurities onto other people. Okay, so if you have someone coming in your life trying to project their insecurities, their fear, their utter bullshit onto you, just laugh at them and say, oh, baby, I'm sorry you're afraid. Maybe you should go address that. Maybe you should go, pray or meditate on it, and, handle your own business, because that's not my energy. I don't take any part in that. So get your ass on down the line. This was protection, okay? Protection is transmutation. It's transmuting that energy, because no matter what is thrown your way, you have the ability to transmute that shit. You have the ability to take that energy and turn it into something useful. So turn your shadows into something useful, something that's going to help, not hinder. Okay, we don't hinder others. That's for all of the religious folks, and it doesn't matter what religion, what Abrahamic religion that you're dealing with here. It's all about oppression, and it's all about suppression, okay? And we don't play that fucking game. And collectively, this is coming to the forefront. If you've been paying attention, Christianity, Muslims, all of the Abrahamic religions are really, the people are really getting loud, like the evangelists on airplanes, whenever people can't escape, they're just captive, and these evangelists are just trying to preach the word of God to them, and save the whole airplane. One lady actually got kicked off of an Air Alaska, or Alaskan Airlines, whatever it's called, flight, and she's no longer allowed to fly Alaskan until they're done investigating the incident, because the flight crew didn't feel safe with her on the plane being crazy. And like, it goes, to show, think of it, if it was, we're in the US now, think US thought process here. If it was a Muslim person that stood up on an airplane and held, all of these passengers captive to their evangelism of their religion, it would be like, 9/11, watch out, people would be freaking out. So all of these types of things are really surfacing. You're seeing all of the, the stereotypical religious people really showing their asses right now, really, being combative and judgmental and attacking others for their not believing in the same thing that they do. And this is not just Christianity. This is talking about all Abrahamic religions in general, for me personally. Okay. I don't need a male doctrine to tell me to worship a male sky daddy whenever man is not where creation comes from. Creation really literally comes from the feminine energy. Okay. And I'm not saying anything bad about my masculines in here. Y'all know that. I know I don't even have to say that, but if someone happens to watch that's not used to the way that I work, the way that I talk, the way that I teach, it absolutely has nothing to do with gender. If you have simple X chat or session, you can add me. There you go, Nicole. We have session, Matt. We decided over in the Facebook group to do session. So I never can remember the name of it for some reason. But yeah, um, we have session. So anybody who wants to join us on that app, feel free to join us. I have usernames of people. If you want to message me, I'll give you their usernames so that you guys can connect on there. And then we'll start a group chat. I just haven't done it yet because honestly, I keep forgetting that I even have it. And with everything going on with my health and stuff, it's just, I've been not able to do a whole lot. So let's keep going. That Two of Wands, again, stepping through into a new creation, your creation, okay? This is something that you have been working on, that you have been gestating. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, male or female, gender, it's not, we don't do gender-based shit here. So don't come for me on that because I don't give a rat's ass what gender you are. You can identify as anything that you want, and I still love and accept you to the fullest. Best to have two because, oh, that's true. That's true. Can you send me also on session? Can you send me simple X just so I don't forget? Because I will. And it's hard for me to access comments unless I go through and watch my own live the whole way through, which I don't ever do. So it would be helpful if you could do that for me, Matt. Thank you, love. So we're stepping through into this new creation, and also for collective purposes, this new creation is the new earth. This is where all of the ugliness, all of the shadows, all of the projections from the old world are crumbling. You know, they're getting louder. There are people getting more, you know, set in on this path, and this is where we see, like the late great Dolores Cannon talked about, is the splitting the new earth and the old earth. This is where, you know, it's going to be in the mental field here. So thank you, Matt. So you're going to see mental imbalances exacerbated, and sorry not sorry, the whole religious paradigm is mental imbalance. It's a control paradigm. It has nothing to do with what most people, and I don't want to trample on your way of connecting spiritually. That's why, you know, I have friends and family members that I still talk to that identify as Christian and other religions. Like that's I don't care how you are able to connect and how you are able to, you know, experience your spiritual side. But when it comes to the doctrines and the dogmas of those religions, that's where I draw the line. Like, it's divisive, it's ugly, and, you know, it's just not for, it's not cohesive to forming unity and this new earth as we move forward. So all of the downfalls, all of the pitfalls, all of the ugliness and the shadows of those types of institutions are coming to the forefront. They're getting louder. People are, you know, really digging their heels into their religions, and that's their path. Okay, that's for them, that's their path, that's their choice. But you're going to definitely see this wider divide between the old dogmas and the new ways of embracing spirituality and embodying that spirituality instead of the evangelism preach at people and you know, all of that shit. So just prepare yourself, because you may lose some connections over all of this. And yes, that really sucks, but people are going to choose their path and they're going to walk it. Okay. So just be prepared for that. You are protected. Like we talked about this was protection card. You are protected. You are divinely protected. You are divinely guided, and just follow your intuition, and you can never go wrong, right? Because no matter what your path is, it's the right path for you, even if it's not really cohesive for or conducive for building this new way of existence, after we tear all of these systems down, that's the path for you. You need to learn more lessons. You need to experience more of that dogmatic way of existing before you can free yourself and actually embrace yourself as a spiritual being, to the fullest. Okay. Your children need more of your time is here. If you have children, this may pertain to you. Spend some extra time with your kids. Go, go out, take them to the park, go spend some time outside, spend some time doing crafts, spend some time really talking to them and connecting to them, at this time. If not, this could just be talking about your new creation that you're birthing. Okay. This Empress card being here, this is give more of yourself, give more of your time, your energy, your focus to the new life that you're creating. Um, okay, sorry, just checking in on the comments. Because you have a new beginning coming in. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. It's here. It's taking root already. You might not see it sprouted just yet, but it's here, right? So just keep working towards your goal. Keep your thoughts and your emotions in alignment with the thing that you want as often as you possibly can, because you're gonna get rocked. Okay, shit's chaotic right now. We're not going to sugarcoat that, right? Shit is chaotic. You're going to feel at the lowest of the low sometimes. You're going to feel pretty good on some days, or just kind of, and some days you're going to feel really excellent. So, whenever you're feeling really low, sit with yourself, take some extra time, take a day off work if you need to, rest your body, drink your water, really nourish your body right now. Give it what it is craving, because you may be craving different kinds of foods that are maybe out of the norm for you. Your body tells you what it needs by the cravings that it sends you. Okay. So really listen to your body right now and give it the best that you possibly can, or give it whatever it's craving right now. Okay. I have been craving extra salt. It's been super hot here. Colorado doesn't normally get hot. It has been hot here. It's been over 100 degrees here, actually, in the last couple of weeks. We did have some storm clouds move through. We had a little bit of rain from those. We had some thunderstorms and stuff. So it was muggy, and Colorado's never muggy. Ugh. But my body, having POTS, heat really impacts me. I've told you guys, the whole time that we've been going live, that I wilt in the heat, and that's because of the POTS. Baloney. Bologna, I never will crave bologna ever, ever, ever. That's a trauma thing for me. My stepdad, my ex-stepdad, who was an awful person and caused me a lot of trauma, ate fried bologna sandwiches every single day, and it stunk the entire house up like fried bologna, and just the thought of it makes me gag. So if you crave bologna, more power to you, but this chick will never, never, never eat bologna again. Sorry, I see what you said. If you message Kristen, those details can be received. Oh, yes. Yes, Holly, I can send you that. So yes, new beginnings. Things are taking root. Take care of your body. Really nourish yourself right now. Listen to that intuition. If your intuition says, hey, you might want to go look on this job board because, I'm getting sick of my job or whatever, and then you see something that's interesting, you submit an application, you get a call back. This could be, hey, reach out to this person, and it turns out that person has been really having a rough time, and just hearing from you really helps them and helps them, to reconnect to humanity again. It could be as simple as go this route home instead of that route home, and there's this new shop that has this thing that I've been looking for, for whatever. Whatever it is, follow that intuition right now. Okay. It could be something simple. It could be something that's life-changing. You never know. So definitely follow that intuition. Take care of yourself right now. Right next to that, your children need more of your time. We have the someone is working against you card. Now, this energetically and collectively, we all know the they is working against all of humanity, right? We get it. We know that they've already lost. They're just screaming on their way out. This could also be in your own experience. So if you are seeing someone's behaviors shifting and changing, Don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, this is true colors surfacing. So, and prime time for it to happen, right? As we approach eclipse season. So if that's the case, then cut the cords. Okay, let them go. You can let them go lovingly. You can let them go with a piece of your mind. It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. Okay, this is whatever's going to bring justice and balance to the situation for you. Okay, we have the justice card showing up here. I froze again, but we'll see. We'll see. Hey, Steph, love you. So all of these things that are happening right now are happening to cause balance, to cause justice. So like I said, if someone, or even a situation, like it could be with your work, or it could be with a friend group, or a community group that you may be involved in, whatever the case for you, could be online spiritual community even. Um, if you're seeing something seemingly new, or something that's being exacerbated that you kind of already had a feeling was going on, or you already kind of saw it kind of going on, and then now it's just getting louder, that's your cue. Okay, that's your cue to cut it off, weed out that garden. Eclipse season provides us ample opportunity to weed out our garden, which is a huge plus, but emotionally, mentally, it can take its toll. So if you're having to cut off certain situations or relationships that are, and it causes you some kind of um, mental imbalance, just because like sometimes it's hard to let go of people and situations that we're used to, right? Because it's comfort zone. Sit with yourself, take some time, nourish yourself, mind, body, and soul. Take a day, okay? Whatever it is that you need to do. Some advice for y'all: get a cold wallet and collect some crypto. Your seed phrase is sovereign, your bank account's not so much. Yeah. Um, so if that resonates, Matt is giving that advice to get a cold wallet and collect some crypto, um, which we're things are shifting with the money. Okay, things are shifting with the money. So if you feel called to do that, definitely do that. Um, because that's all going to change. In financial institutions, all of it, that shit's, we're already seeing it crumble. We're already seeing, like with the stock market in the US is really starting to crash all around them. The AI bubble has burst. Okay, and we're seeing the effects of that starting to happen, starting to take place in our current reality. So um, yeah, just make sure that you're prepared, make sure that you're good, that you're solid in any way that you can. So all of these things are happening so that justice, so that balance can be brought in, both on the collective scale and the individual. So, justice can be cutting someone or something out of your life because it's caused you more harm than good, in whatever way that affects you. Okay. Seven of Swords in the reverse. It's like these people or these situations that be creeping in the shadows, that are taking advantage of you, that are siphoning your energy, that are doing all of these things, doing you dirty. They're being revealed. They're being revealed right now. And these could be your blockage. It could be you are your own blockage for holding on to these people or situations in your life when you should be releasing them. And once you release them, there goes the blockage. You know what I mean? So it could be as simple as that, or it could be someone that you considered a close friend, family member, whatever, colleague that has actually kind of had it out for you, or had their little agenda against you for whatever reason in their own mind. That, that's the energy leak. That's where things are, that's why things aren't working out, is because they're leeching this energy from you, and so you don't have enough to give, to put forward towards that new beginning, towards moving things forward for yourself. Okay, so be that King of Wands energy and clip them bitches out of your life. Stay authentic. Okay, be your authentic self. You, in your authentic state, you're more beautiful than you could even imagine. And whenever you are standing in your authenticity, you are open to receiving all of the things that are aligned with who you truly are, not who you may or may not pretend to be. Okay, or other people's beliefs, thoughts, whatever. We can absorb those, especially whenever we're highly empathic individuals. Like everyone here is. You absorb some of that energy. You may not know about it, but that could be something that you're absorbing that you are projecting into your own experience that doesn't belong to you. It's still safer than Canadian dollar. US dollar too. Our shit's oil backed. We ain't got no more oil. That's why we're trying to steal it from Iran. If you know, you know. Banks are currently against the Clarity Act happening in the USA relating to cryptocurrency. Yes, they're trying to hide that shit. They don't want it. They want it all in the shadows. They don't want anybody to know. That's a big hint on what's to come and what may be for our highest good. Anything that banks are against may be because it means less money in their pocket and more for everyone else. Precisely. Love how you said that, Anna. I'm going to highlight your comment for a few minutes so folks can read it. Very well put. So stay authentic, stay aligned with your intuition, with your true thoughts, needs, and desires, okay? And don't let anyone hinder you, especially yourself. Oh yeah, the US wants to tax everything. They tax everything. So that's true. Okay, inner garden. I love this. So, let's do this one first. Slow and steady. Bottom of the deck. Slow and steady. Okay, as we're moving through this crazy ass energy, through eclipse season, we've been in Barbo's basket for like a couple weeks now, maybe a week and a half, I think. And this is the Barbo basket thing is going to affect us for many years to come. I think it happens every like 60 or 80, some crazy number like that, years. So slow and steady, okay? Don't overwork yourself. Don't overexert yourself, which is something that I'm used to doing. Even though I tell others not to do it, I still kind of try to push through and just to get shit done. And then it bites me in the ass and I'm down for like a couple days afterwards. So slow and steady right now, okay? Because there are crazy ass things happening. This card right behind it, retreat, go within, okay? Really try to get yourself on an even keel, address whatever is being exacerbated for you right now, whatever is triggering you right now, especially over the coming months. Hello, thanks for joining us. We're doing a collective reading, so feel free to stick around and see what resonates for you, my love. So retreat, go within, because this is a transformational period. We'll get to that in a minute, but you need to tend to that inner garden. Okay, tend to that inner garden, because you need to be rooted in your own peace. You need to be rooted in your own energy right now because of everyone's crazy ass energy, all the chaos that's happening around us energetically, planetarily. The stars are aligned in crazy configurations, okay? So definitely tend to that inner garden, go within. We're undergoing a lot of transformation right now, and that was that next card behind, what was it? Retreat, but behind that retreat card. Retreat within, tend to that inner garden, because we are undergoing massive transformation right now, both on the collective scale and the individual scale. Yakire, I hope I said that right. For an answer to your question, maybe, okay, this card did come up earlier in the reading before you got here. So this is the Empress card. This is the card of creation, about gestation, about creating life. So that could definitely be the creation that you're working on right now, sweetheart, that we've been talking about in this reading. So I'm not giving that as a definite answer for you. We are still doing collective reading, not individual readings today. But take that, whatever that means for you, my dear. Okay, so tend to that inner garden. Stay rooted in your own intuition, in your own energy, okay? Because there's mirages. There are definitely a lot of, facades that are crumbling right now, but they're also being thrown out as quickly as they can crumble. So again, stay rooted in your own intuition, especially whenever you hear about something that affects the collective energy, okay? Because it very well could be a mirage. And that's actually, looks like an eclipse on that card, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like an eclipse there. So this could be eclipsing things that look like something that they're not in your life, or it could be things that are surfacing before the eclipse season that look like something that they're not, and the eclipse season really shows them for what they truly are. So again, stay rooted in that intuition, because there's just all kinds of shit taking place right now, especially if it's connected to people or situations in your life, okay, in your own experience. Make sure that you are weeding out that garden, because you don't need a bunch of weeds choking out your beautiful creations, okay? We have the death card that came out of the shamanic healing oracle deck. Okay, this is endings. This is things coming to light so that they can be ended and put into that file folder for the past. All right. Thorn card is showing up. Anything beautiful is protected, is guarded by thorns. In nature, I mean, not everything, right? Not everything. There are different ways that Mother Nature does to protect the beauty within, to protect herself. But this is also, this came out and it was right next to that bottom of the deck card that was the inner garden card. So make sure you're protecting yourself with thorns. Let a motherfucker try to pluck my flower. Okay. You're gonna pull back a handful of thorns. Okay. You're not just gonna take from my garden anytime you want. You're not just going to, come in and wreck shop, because you're gonna be the one walking out bloody and bruised. Okay. Catch these thorns. All right. So make sure, like, maybe you need to word your name. Okay. I know a lot of us in this community do spell work too. Maybe wording your name would be something that is productive for you. Okay. I suggest anyone and everyone do it, because it's just one of those fail safes that keep you protected always. Okay. So if you're called to do so, if you've been thinking about it, or if you've been trying to think of a way that you can protect yourself a little extra, consider wording your name. You can go, I'm not going to say Google it, because I don't use Google. I use DuckDuckGo because it doesn't track and all that stuff. But if you use Google it. TikTok has a lot. YouTube has a lot of people that teach these types of things, how to word yourself and stuff. So if you feel called to do so, absolutely do that. Snack attack in the sides, harder to find. Yes. So we're ending situations where people or situations have been just coming and plucking your flowers, leaving you, flowerless and bald. Okay. We're not allowing that anymore. We're going to ward ourselves. We're going to put some thorns up around. And if you come and try to snatch my energy, you're going to snatch your hand back full of thorns. Okay. Battered and bloody. Don't fuck with me anymore. That's the stance that we need. Okay. We need to stand in that don't fuck with me energy, unfuckwithable. Okay. Because if you fuck with me, there are going to be repercussions, period. End of fucking story. We are no longer allowing people or situations to just take and take and take from our energy freely. There are repercussions. There's a fee. Okay, there's a fee. I'm charging you a fee to have access to me, energetically, monetarily. I mean, it's like whatever you do, whatever your situation, it's your choice. So we're putting an end to these freeloaders, these energetic harvesting types of technology, types of magic, energetic magic, right? Like, have you noticed how so few people are even going to concerts now? Like, the celebrity culture is crashing, the guru culture is crashing. Influencers on social media that built their platform on falsehoods are being brought completely down. So we're getting to the root of what's been plaguing us for so long, whether our own lives or on the collective sphere. Okay, so it's all about how we're perceiving things. You can perceive things as, oh, people always take from me, and people always, get one over on me. They always do me dirty. Yes, that happens, but we're also responsible for putting a stop to it, for saying, no, I'm not going to give you the benefit of the doubt every single time anymore. I'm not going to allow these behaviors. I'm not going to allow you to siphon from me without giving something back, because even exchange is the name of the game in order to have a healthy, productive relationship, situation, um, work, even. Okay, ask for that raise. Don't just give your labor away for free and fill all of these other positions that would need to be filled by other people, but your place of work is depending solely on you to get the job done to save them money. Absolutely the fuck not. You're either going to give me a raise, you're going to hire some other people to help me, but you're not going to just take from me anymore. Okay, this can apply to many different situations. So getting to the root of what it is that is taking from us so that we can focus more on bearing the fruit, okay, on our creations. All right. Mutual respect and energy exchange. Exactly. So, whenever all the gardeners in here know that sometimes you got to prune a plant back so that it can focus more on growth or on its fruiting, right? So that's what you need to do with yourself. You need to weed out your garden. You need to cut out the root rot. You need to trim some branches, so you're not focused on energy output into places that aren't really going to produce much, so that you can produce more of the fruits, so that you can produce more of the creativity. So again, perception. You may be having some shifts in your perspective right now, okay, with who and what is good for you and who and what is not so good for you, that is taking away from you. If you've been experiencing a lot more like pessimism, darkness, all of that, it's happening for you, not to you, okay? You're experiencing this so that you can purge all of that energy from your energetic sphere, so that you can reestablish yourself, so that you can, bring more of your true source, higher self energy into your everyday. So we're cutting off the leeches, we're cutting off energy leaks, we're sealing that shit up, and we're moving forward. We have omens here. This is signs. This could be for the good or the bad. So if you've been seeing certain animals or insects or the same key phrase or word that's been coming up lately, pay attention to those things, because it's pointing you in a new direction. It's bringing awareness. It's bringing that light to the darkness. Okay. It's bringing that awareness to the shadows so that you can release whatever you need to release, so that you're not fucking struggling anymore. We got the struggle. This is an uphill battle. Salmon swim for miles and miles and miles to respawn, to create, right? And they have to go across roadways and up mountains and up streams that are flowing in the opposite direction. And it's tough. It's hard. I'm sure they feel like giving up constantly, right? I know I would if I was a salmon having to swim the opposite way of the flow, right? Swimming against the flow, even having to come out of water to tail your ass across the road to get back into the water to keep on going. Like, it's not easy, but they're doing it all for the future of their species. They're doing it for those that come after them. They're going to plant the seed for those that will come after. They're struggling against all of that, all odds, okay, going against all odds to make it to where they are in a space where they can create. No matter how tattered and torn up their fins and everything are by the time they're done. So they fulfilled their cycle. They have the end of cycle, and then, they make way for the new glimpse. You're getting a glimpse into this new reality. You're getting a glimpse into your creations, into what is coming for you. Yes, there might still be some trash to throw out or some weeds to get out of your garden, but you're understanding, your inner standing, the overall goal and the trajectory in which you want to go. You're seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, there might be some more work left. There might be a ton of work left. I don't know your life. I don't know your experience, but keep going. Take a break, take a rest whenever you need to. Regain your composure, okay? Tend to your mental, physical, and emotional well-being, and then get back up and keep moving forward, because these shadows are heavy, okay? These shadows are many. There are so many shadows, and that's part of the struggle, is all of the shadow shit that's coming up. It's like there have been other parts of history where people have struggled so much, not discounting that. But it's like, this is a culmination of each and every single stage of his story that is trying to, you know, come into this mega ball of just ugliness, viciousness, fear, anger, division. It's like all of that coming to a head at the same time. And we've evolved as a society throughout all of those different periods of history, right? But they're all converging right now, and they're all coming to a head because this is the residual energy left behind unattended. Um, so it's kind of, they've kind of gone off and created their own little monsters, right? And they're all coming together in order to suppress and oppress, try to keep humanity down in this lower frequency energy. But we're saying, I think the fuck not anymore. Some are like gung-ho for it. Yeah, let's keep division, and let's those people aren't even people. They're worse than animals. They're this, they're that. And my border and your border and my meh. And then there are those of us who are like, fuck all of that shit. It's for the highest good. Like, why do these corporations get more rights than a human being? Why do these, people in power have their power? Why do the same families recycle into new vessels and continue in these same positions of power? It's all rigged against the collective. It's rigged against true humanity. And it's being, our reality is being designated by these 1%. Okay. No more. We say absolutely the fuck not. You're not going to enslave us anymore. We are a free society, and we will be. And collectively unite and stand up for the highest good of all instead of the highest good of the few. Hello, Kara. How are you, love? So yes, you're getting a glimpse of that light at the end of the tunnel amidst all of the chaos, all of the shadows that are surfacing. We volunteered to come here to fucking fight for a new earth, and that's what we're doing. Individually, we're serving our own purposes. Like I've said for the longest time now, there will be some that are on the front lines, that are boots on the ground, physically in that space, that are that are saying no more, that are protesting, that are getting battered and beaten and kidnapped and taken from their families, from their communities. There are so many people rising against governments, controllers. There's people that are fighting for this, and then there's others who are talking about it, that are talking to other people about it, that are bringing awareness to what's going on there. There are others who are just holding the space, who are holding the light, who are anchoring that energy into this earth plane right now, that aren't doing a whole lot of boots on the ground or maybe even advocating or anything like that. Everyone serves their own function and purpose, okay? And we're all doing it together. It's all for the one, it's all for the whole. So again, stay authentic. You may be struggling. You may be, feeling like, when is this ever going to end? There's too much, it's too heavy, but we're all here to love and support each other. Hi, Wendy. I didn't even see you in here. So the message is just to keep going. We're almost there. Focus our intentions, okay? Focus on unconditional love. Focus on the highest good of all. Focus on humanity, human rights. Because everyone should be thriving, not just the 1%. We all are designed to thrive. We are not designed to be enslaved. No matter how much they try to tweak our DNA to create slave race, that is not happening. Not anymore. We're here to put our foot down. We're saying that's it. We've chosen a new path, and this is the way of things, because there's more of us than there are of you. And we're seeing that a lot now, and it's really restoring my faith in humanity, because there for a minute, maybe a few minutes, I was really second guessing things like, oh, what the crap? How is humanity going to overcome all of this ugliness? But, been out of the loop. It's good to have you back in the loop. We love you, Wendy. But that is the end of the reading. So sorry y'all came in a little late, but my voice is starting to waver. And your girl's a little tired, y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna take care of myself, get a bit of work done as much as I can today. And I love you guys so much. I will, health willing, okay, be back with you guys next week. Same time as usual. We love you, Wendy. Thank you. Um, so I hope you all have a beautiful week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving and supporting me as always. You guys are the best. And if you guys want to get in touch with Matt on that app session or sessions app, then download the app, just shoot me a message and I will give you his info. I think there might be some info on others in the group on that post that I made about connecting outside of the app. So, the Book of Faces. So, thank you guys. I love you. You're welcome. Did I mention the grid lines being back up and online before? I did not. I did not. But yes, those are definitely coming back online. The power centers like the pyramids and mega structures are also going back online. I haven't mentioned that on any of the lives. I think that's just something that I channeled when we were talking stuff. So yes, all of the ley lines, the power centers, the old ancient technology is being rebooted. It is coming back online. So we're going to have an influx of that energy as well, which is also why our sun is popping off the way it is with all of these crazy solar flares. So buckle up, buttercups, because it's a wild ride. It's going to continue to be a wild ride, but it's going to be so worth it at the end. Okay. Um, it sucks. The whole ride, is up and down, and parts of it suck really, really hard. But it's all for the best. It's all for future generations. It's all for the betterment of humanity. And how could we ask for more? Oh, the fires. Yes. Oh my gosh. And Spokane is on fire right now, guys. Let's send um, calm and love and water to Spokane, because the whole city is being evacuated as we speak. So these fires in Canada and in the US and in France are absolutely insane. The whole world is burning right now, but what do we know about fire? It brings new life, right? It burns everything down. The carbon rejuvenates the soil and makes it more the word is escaping me right now, but it's enriching the soil, and it causes um, beautiful energy for new creation. Okay, so nutritious soil, but we got to burn shit down first, and it's not only figuratively anymore, it's literally. Yeah, gotta share the good news about how we're winning. I agree. Thank you for reminding me about that stuff, because didn't even think about it. Didn't cross my mind today. But I love you guys. I will hopefully see you guys next week. I should, unless I'm not feeling very well, then I will let you guys know, of course. But take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Love you guys.